Hello, it's Jane. Now in this video, for this tip for this week, I'd just like to talk about connection because I find it something that is absolutely essential, and it's something that's becoming quite poignant in my own life as well. So I do want to bring it to mind more, to get it right really, because it is essential. It's our most important, essential, beautiful thing that we need as human beings. And it isn't just me saying this. Look up people like Brené Brown. She's a fantastic speaker. Definitely worth looking at her work. So for me on this tip of the day, of the week, I just want to talk about certain aspects at the moment. So one of them is protection about connection. The other one is about compensation within connections. And also I just want to talk about how beautiful connections can be as well. So about the protection, the thing is, we've all been hurt and stuff like that, but some of us like more than others. And so we can often, part of us wants to protect ourselves from other connections, like maybe by staying away from them, or maybe by acting in a way that isn't appropriate, perhaps, or being less than, or whatever, and all or physically even, perhaps in an intimate connection you can even physically give symptoms to repel intimacy and connection. So there's lots of ways we can we can protect ourselves from others, and all based on kind of less than what we really want situation, and which it would be where we would go to the protection kind of aspect, if that makes sense. So the next one I want to talk about briefly again, and I will talk about these things more in depth at some point, because it really is a very important topic, in my opinion anyway. The next one is compensation. So if we're in relationships, and I am thinking about intimate relationships, but also relationships generally as well, we can become less than just to get a connection, that essential connection that we need. And whether we're aware of, mostly often we're not aware of what we're doing, but we do end up, somehow, if we were to pan out and look at our lives, we'd think, is that what I wanted? Is that really the way I want to be? Do you know what I mean? And it can, you can realise that there's a less than thing going on, and there's been a compensation just because the connection is something that really is essential. So you've got the connection in some way, but instead of it being whatever, or even to a point where you really want it to be, it's at a point that's the less than. So it's just being aware really of if that might be something a person might be doing, or you might be doing, or whatever. Are we protecting ourselves? Are we compensating? Because really, in true relationships, we can be open, we can be vulnerable. So there might be a lot more of us out there than we realise being, protecting ourselves or whatever, because are we being open and vulnerable? I don't know. I don't see many people around where I am being that way anyway. So just a point that I'm seeing at the moment. So the thing is, I think there's a lot of us, whether we realise it or not, we still might be living in a bit of a less than anyway, because do we really know how amazing connections can be? There's like a spark and a magic in certain connections when we get it, when we meet when we're with the right kind of people who are really right for us. But to meet those kind of people, we've got to be right for ourselves as well. So it is about us connecting with ourselves more, and getting it right that way, and then also getting it right with who we're with, because there is a magic. There's definitely a magic in connections. I understand it, I've felt it, I know it. And you know, and I want that. And I think, why should we have anything less than what we kind of might be even our birthright to have, you know. So if you're someone who does in a position where you can work on these things to be better, then that is my suggestion for this week, to perhaps look at these things and how we can make these things better. So that's it. That's the tip of the week, and I shall see you next week.